What's up, everybody? Back again with another fish tank video or fish video on this guy right here, Mr. Oscar. But he's got some other fish with him. Wanted to show you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Had some questions at the end of this video that I'll get to. But one thing you might notice outside of some new tank mates is just a new tank. Saw a deal on Craigslist. I think this is either a 120 or a 125. Couldn't pass it up. $320 for the tank, those two lights, all the gravel, the stand, and some cheapo Cascade canister filter that I'm not using because of a huge, I think it was a Malaysian trumpet snail infestation that this tank had when I bought it. So ended up scrapping all of that rock and also tons of this really cool. Maybe someone knows. I'll try and once I do a little re-tank scape here, I'll show you guys the rock that this came with. Really cool porous rock this guy used for like an African cichlid reef tank. And was afraid that those rocks, and they were just infested with Malaysian trumpet snails. So ended up scrapping all that rock. Took some of the old rock from the 55-gallon that you guys saw in the last video to get that good bacteria back in this tank. But added some new fish, and I know right off the bat it's overstocked, but wanted to get an opinion of YouTube viewers to see which fish should stay and which should go. I want to turn that old 55 into a sanded, planted tank, and want to add some of these guys to it, and didn't know which ones, but try and keep this as still as possible. You'll notice a little tiny Oscar in there. Didn't really want him at first, but couldn't not buy him. There is a Salvini cichlid right up there at the top. The $3 silver from the last tank, which you guys should recognize. In the very back there is a green tear, 2 geophagus, a blue acara, and right down there is a firemouth cichlid. Are all the newcomers. There are also some yo-yo loaches in here that were really, really small. Those are some expensive fish when you buy them at a decent size. Even about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, they were $7 or something. Had 3 of those. I've only seen 2. I don't know if Mr. Oscar here got the 3rd. But those are the newcomers. And as expected, there's already some aggression. Wanting to take little Oscar and put him in the 55, and along with that piece of crap, this convict, she is the biggest. I know the word I want to use, but I'm not going to use it. I had 2 other convicts in the 55. There was a breeding pair, and they just beat the crap out of the Oscar every time they laid eggs and were breeding. Well, now she does the same thing. She just lays eggs once or twice a month, and just kicks the shit out of anyone who gets near it. So she has got to go as well. So thinking about throwing her in the 55, or maybe I also have a little 20-gallon that's set up as kind of a nursing tank, just as anyone gets sick or has ick or anything. So might just throw her in there as well. But let me know what you guys think of the new tank. The new tank mates. Thinking about putting the baby Oscar, which, by the way, I figured of all the fish that were going to get killed in this new setup, I figured he'd be the first to go. Not so much. This guy's grabbing food out of other fish's mouth. He's a hard ass. But thinking about putting him in there with maybe the Salvini cichlid and one of the geophagus is kind of the lower part of the tank. And also, I had a question. I couldn't really find a straight answer on Google, but I know those geophagus, they like to munch on rocks and or at least munch on the substrate to get any leftover food. Can they do the same with sand? Do they just kind of sift through the sand, or do they take mouthfuls of sand? Or is it best for them to have a gravel substrate? Let me know your thoughts, comments, ideas on the comment section below. And thanks for watching.